Alright, really quick, I wanted to cover a topic that came up. Getting ready to switch over to the the bonus gold setup I have, which is basically backlash. Sorry, the bonus gold is giving me one of those. So anyway, before I do that, I think sometimes some people wonder what T3 class you should be whenever you are a Beastmaster. And the answer is you want to be officially a Necromancer as your class, but also you can use Paladin. If you are a Paladin and you also try to use Necromancer, some of the best skills are cut off. However, Paladin has so many useful skills. You know, one of the things about Necromancer is those skills that are useful are extremely powerful, but it has some other stuff about it that's just sort of average, where Paladin has so many like nice things. And so here we are. As you can see up top, I'm a Necromancer, but what I'm going to do is just kind of go over some of the things that is kind of nice, and then I'll be using basically the maybe like the most optimal setup. So what we want to do, obviously we're going to have the creature 72 in phase going on, and then I have the phase weapon here. Okay, so what a lot of people don't understand about the Paladin, or they forget about it, is they have the inspiring radiance. So it's as you can see, you basically get a plus 25 boost to pet and guest at a minus 25% damage to your spells and attacks. So it's a trade-off. You're not going to be using this for offense. You're going to be relying on your pets and guests. And then it has a lot of cool things. So you have the Searing Radiance. So as you can see in the box here, for 98 SP per turn, you can do light burns. You could also toggle on Panic or both. So this one is going to be your burn. So just to save some SP, we'll just leave it on Panic. So what I'm going to be doing is Paladin's going to inflict Panic, the weapon's going to inflict Panic. Then we have the guest that's going to inflict Panic, and then obviously phase is going to then do some stuff. But before I get there, I wanted to kind of showcase this here. So you have this light spell, so you get 33.9 blind at for 5 rounds, or actually it's 6 because it just went. So for 6 rounds, it increases, it scales based on light. So you'll double that at 200% light. And with this setup, of course, you're getting the MP heals. So if you wanted to, you can just do this over and over, and then hopefully you'll get some afflictions. Now, this is not going to be your undead armor, because a lot of those undead sort of features, because your Necromancer won't be there. This is just going to be like your light armor. Okay? So you can just sit here and spam this, and then you'll get blind up to a high enough amount while replenishing your MP to where it makes it tough to hit. And then with the Paladin, you're not casting the spell for damage. You're casting the spell for defense while boosting your other stuff there. All right. So some other things that you can do here. So you've got extra damage here. It's a skill. It's available. Extra damage to blinding or burning foes. Obviously, it's not going to be a ton of damage, but you are going to panic. Looks like it's weapon based. So So once you're able to blind, then you can use this guy. The Paladin armaments, obviously you still will have your weapon that you can use. You can still grab it if so desired. And then here's this passive, it's still there. Alright, on to the next one. You'll have all your guests and you can still toggle. So obviously as a Beastmaster, you're going to be able to have all this stuff available. So that's nice. So let's see, Harmonic Might is going to give you your intelligence, so that's going to be helpful as a Beast Mage. And then you got your Charge Lay on Hands is still there. And then you have all your Summon Steeds. So, you know, the one that I like to use is the Elevon one. So the other thing too is I might end up getting myself killed here. Let's see here. The other thing too is I think some of these skills are get charisma stats. So you have your light Elevon there if you need it. Here, I'm just showcasing here, so let me just flee here. And then so Righteous Surge, I guess all of this is available. These are nice to have. And then obviously here on the end, so you're not going to get this guy. A lot of people like it. And then there are some things that you will get for undead, but the full package is not going to be there. So, but the big thing is this guy here. You know, if you wanted to bring it over Clever Disguise and spam it, that would work. Or with this new Misc here. So basically, you can just attack. That's already 80% panic, and then Creature 72 is dropping it. So you're doing your damage from the combo with panic stacking. And you can see that it's basically doing a lot of damage only against 80% water. And then obviously if you want to carry your panic spells, which I recommend doing, then you're going to be able to get some pretty large damage here and pretty large heals. This 30% toggle, I actually ran a test once with Plushmore, and I did AQ-Necro, I did just a non-Beastmaster armor with, say, like Unapoka boosts. You know, if you were to add Unapoka with this plus 25% here, you're probably going to be doing some really nice damage. I mean, let's see what I can do here against this guy. And this is going to be even reducing damage, but probably not against phase. So as you can see, Paladin's increasing this damage insanely. Not only because it's inflicting panic, but it's also enhancing this damage to crazy levels. But back to my test with those Plushmore heals. Other than AQ-Necro's Cataclysm, Paladin outperformed AQ-Necro base like increases. It's actually even more than what Necromancer has on its toggle. So Paladin has some Beastmaster things built into it. Like I said, there's a couple of skills, like with the Paladin Cavalry armors and stuff that get charisma stats. So it's all built in and available, even though you have Necromancer as a class. So because you have all that stuff available, it may not be a full tier 3. It may be like a 2.5 It just doesn't have the undead specialty tied to it, but it's a very potent and powerful light armor for Beastmasters who then just decided just to be a necromancer. So the answer, it would be you should be a necromancer, but you could also use Paladin with some very strong stuff built into it.